Welcome back to our Back to Sicily family channel. Uh, Today is about 2 minutes before Valentine's Day ends, February 14. And all day long, I was trying to put together this one tribute to the late, great Maestro Armando Manzanero, who most people in the United States have never heard of, but throughout Mexico, of course, he's from Mexico, but the Spanish-speaking world, he is well known and most famous for many songs, many love songs in particular. He's Mr. Love Song in the Spanish-speaking world. Some of his songs have, of course, been translated to English and have been sung by very many well-known American singers. One song in particular I can think of entitled Somos Novios, which means we are lovers. I think it's translated as It's Impossible. So anywhere from Tony Bennett to, pardon me, even Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and so on. Anyway, so what I wanted in the way I wanted to give tribute to him is to tell this sort of funny and fun story from the Navy again, since I'm doing a lot of fill-ins of Navy stories. Let me look at my Navy diary back in 1981. So you're looking there at the picture taken by one of our sailors, who, of course, well, it was kind of a rocky small boat ride here from our ship. That's our ship, the USS Capodanno, in the back. But I have here July 23, 1981. We arrived and anchored in Lake Maracaibo, which is that spot right there, at 12 noon sharp. We watched it was actually the National Navy Day in Venezuela at the time. So we were going to have this parade rehearsal where the presidential yacht was going to sail up and down and be saluted by the U.S. Navy ships and Venezuelan Navy ships that were anchored in two lines. Anyway, here I'm looking at my notes over here from my wonderful diary and logbook. There's Capitan de Corbeta Eliseo Martin Fosa, who is the commanding officer of the presidential yacht. Anyway, he invited me to come aboard his ship the next day, and so I was able to ride on the presidential yacht for the pass in review. And what I wanted to get to is the story about Armando Manzanero. So let me just show you some quick shots here. So that's the day we arrived. That's the ship from another angle the morning of the pass in review parade. As you can see, you have the signal flags, which is called the dress ship status of all the ships would display signal flags as well as lights at night in that way. So anyway, the story here is that the captain of our ship, Captain Bernie Patterson, who's over here, this is a shot from leaving Fort Lauderdale, I think in the winter of 81, before we went on this South American trip. Captain Patterson is over here when we arrived in Puerto Rico, and that's Admiral Elfelt, who was the commander of the South Atlantic Force, which he was in charge of, let me see, 4 ships, a submarine, a couple of anti-submarine airplanes, a band, and some Marines on an amphibious ship. Anyway, jumping to, this is the President Herrera of Venezuela coming aboard his yacht. So I was already on board about half an hour before. And anyway, the deal here, this is somebody, actually that's the captain, commanding officer of the presidential yacht. These are the top Venezuelan admirals. And let me see here. If I can move that. Oh, all right. So here it is underway. I'm actually over here, somehow adjusting one of my many cameras, trying to get shots of all the ships at parade ready. And there's the President Herrera. You can see him just over the shoulder. This is the Chief of Naval Operations, the #1 admiral for the Venezuelan Navy at the time. That's 40 years ago, back in 1981. And after that parade, there was another desfile, an actual land-based parade, and you can see some of the Venezuelan sailors here. You have the Escuela Naval de Venezuela, so that's the band and honor guard from the Venezuelan Naval Academy. So, and then at night there was a big gala dinner. But the funny story that I wanted to tell about this whole issue of Armando Manzanero is, this was the night, well, actually the day we arrived, the captain and my boss, who was the operations officer, we went to a hotel, and I'm looking at my notes here. We went to a hotel for drinks, and this is after I had spoken to the captain of the presidential yacht. We went to Hotel del Lago, which is a beautiful 5-star hotel, and we went to the Piano Bar Blanco with a singer by the name of Nelly, and we met 3 young ladies named Gladys, who's a dancer, Cecilia, it says here she was a public affairs specialist for this electronic company, Canadian American electronic company, and there is Claudia, who is a lawyer. Anyway, I paired up with lovely Gladys over here, who told me that she had a novio who was a colonel in the Venezuelan army, who was out in the jungles at the time on maneuvers. And the evening went quite pleasantly well. It was una noche inolvidable, as a matter of fact. And in one of the dances that I took the lovely Gladys, this song called Adoro, which is one of my favorites of Armando Manzanero. It's one of the, in my view, best love songs he has written. Obviously, all his songs are great. I mean, Voy a apagar la luz, Esta tarde vi llover, Contigo aprendí. Anyway, almost all his songs are big hits. So anyway, that's the memory there, and probably one of the best moments of that trip to South America back in 1981. So we are sorry to hear the passing of the Maestro Armando Manzanero, but I hope that through this little video you will have a chance to get to know him, and maybe listen in. Obviously today with you can Google and listen to many of these songs, but my #1 recommendation, of course, is his song called Adoro, meaning I adore you or I love you. So that's what we have for today. Happy Valentine's to everyone, and we'll see you at the next upload. Thank you. And oh yes, Leo says to please subscribe, and we'll see you.
Wait, Valentine's is over.
Well, it's 10 minutes after midnight now, so
bye.
Bye everybody. Let's see. Here, you can get in.
Subscribe, please.
All right.
Bye.
Armando Manzanero, the best writer, singer, composer of Spanish love songs. Los Boleros, they are called. Until next time,
Subscribe.
hasta la vista.